Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Strong Plays YouTube channel. Today is Saturday. It's November 8th. Back with some NBA action. It is 10:56 p.m. Central. Just wanted to make the video after the games for the first video at least. I am going to try to make the videos a little bit later, back to that grind and grit of watching the games and updating the leaderboard as we go on. Videos did better whenever I did that. So we'll probably just grit and grind our way out later videos and 6 a.m. tea times for the videos. But 2-0 so far. Magic, -3.5. They messed around with the Boston Celtics in the second and third quarter. They get out to that 15, it was like 35-20 start in the first quarter. Celtics went on 8-0 runs in the second, third, and fourth quarter to start, pissing me off. Orlando Magic, I wanted to see some urgency. We finally saw it. The Magic last season, if you remember, in the fourth quarter, they would have these spurts of where they'd score 20 points and give up nothing. They had another one of those spurts tonight in the final 5 minutes. I think the Celtics had 8 compared to the Magic's 20 over a 4 or 5 minute period in the fourth quarter. So Magic seemed like they got back to themselves. Desmond Bain had a really good fourth quarter as well. Franz Wagner had a really good fourth quarter, and that's really without Paulo playing very well. So Magic seemed like they're in a good spot. They get us to win. Player prop, Colin Kneppel basically cashed in the first half for us. I think he finished with 30-plus points. We only needed the 17.5 points for him to cash. So a 2-0 day so far. Jonathan Kuminga is in the third quarter. He has 6 points. That one's probably not going to hit. So probably going to be a 2-1 day. I'd rather go 2 steps forward, 1 step back than 2 steps backward, 1 steps forward. Anyway, you also see a new leaderboard. It's regular plays and locks. I'm going to have a lock, which is going to be the graphic. The lock play is going to be the graphic, whether it's a game pick or a player prop. It'll be on the graphic, and the regular plays are just regular plays. So we're going to keep track of locks and regular plays. 2-0 so far in the NBA season. Probably going to be 2-1 is what it is. Here we go. Also, didn't talk about the Spurs. Didn't want to know about the Spurs. If I would have known nothing about the Spurs tonight, it would have been a great night. But no, ESPN, not only the app, ESPN Fantasy, NBA app, Victor Wembanyama dunks over Kevin Durant. Victor Wembanyama stuns crowd. Victor Wembanyama blocks Kevin Durant. Victor Wembanyama gets crossed up by Kevin Durant in revenge. Please, please stop. I understand. I understand he is the face of the NBA. I just want one night that I don't have to hear. I know he's good. Just leave me alone. 76 is going to be the lock. The spread wasn't out when I made the graphic, but they're -4.5. They're going to be at home in this game going up against the Raptors. Toronto, they're coming off a back-to-back. I need to figure out if they won that game going up against Atlanta. If they did win, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I like the back-to-back anyway. But let's just make sure to see. Yeah, they did end up winning that game 109-97 against the Atlanta Hawks. I know it's a tough battle for them. It was a close game basically the entire way. They played good defense against the Atlanta Hawks. But 109-97, they're coming off a win on a back-to-back. They've got to travel to Philadelphia in this game, playing on the road. They did play on Friday night, but they're going to play this game on Saturday night. Tough back-to-back for them. For the 76ers, they haven't played in 3 days. They're coming off a loss of the Cavaliers. They're going to be well-rested. They're going to be back home. They've been back home for 2 days, had that road game against the Cavaliers on, I believe it was Wednesday night. So they've been back home for 2 days. They got rest and they got healthy. Joel Embiid's going to play in this game. He's had the knee injury. He's had the knee injury his entire career, or the back injury, or the hip injury, or the finger injury, or the eye injury, or the face injury. He's just permanently injured. Tough because Joel Embiid, I give him a hard time for all the injuries. He is truly a special talent. Maybe one of the best big man mid-range jumpers we've ever seen in the NBA. He's going to be playing in this game. Going to take him as a player prop. Also, McCain's going to be back in action, it looks like, for the Philadelphia 76ers. He already had his debut this season after his injury from last season, but it looks like he's going to play in this game as well. So with Tyrese Maxey, Embiid, everybody looks like they're going to be healthy in this game for the 76ers besides Paul George, which he may or may not play this season. He may retire. Who the hell knows what's going on with him? But I like the bench as well for the 76ers this season. Quentin Grimes last year, they asked him to do a lot because they had all the injuries. He was a superstar last year. Jared McCain's coming back. They've got Justin Edwards was decent. Bonham was decent. They've got a lot of good names on the bench here. And the leadership of Kyle Lowry, I don't know if he suits up, but I see him on the bench there. Also, VJ Edgeko has been really good so far this year. And last but not least, Raptors on paper look like they're a playoff team, but they just continue to play bad defense. Didn't play bad defense tonight apparently against the Hawks, but Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and Jacob Podol. That is a very good starting five. And I'm looking at this bench too. They have maybe the best young player bench coming out of college I've ever seen. Jamal Shedd out of Houston, Jacoby Walter, I believe, is out of Baylor, Grady Dix out of Kansas, Colin Murray is out of Texas A&M, I believe, and then Ochi also out of he's been in the Jameson Battle out of Minnesota, I believe. Where else? Chucky Hepburn out of Nebraska, then Louisville, and then Jonathan Mogbo. Sounds really familiar, but I don't know. That might be an all-time bench for college superstars. But yeah, the Raptors seem young, not playing very good defense. I just think the star power of the 76ers outweigh him in this one. I know they have a couple stars. RJ Barrett's getting up there. Emmanuel Quickly, he had those injuries getting up there. But, I just think the 76ers at home, they're going to be locked in for this game. So I'll take them minus the 4.5 as the play. For the other plays tomorrow, we are going to take two-player props. Going to go Joel Embiid over the total points. Now, this player, none of the player props are out. Just welcome to the NBA. It's just how it goes. Joel Embiid on the season, he's only played in, I believe, 3 or 4 games, maybe 5. But coming off a 20-point game against the Bulls on November 4th, did not play the back-to-back going up against the Cavaliers. He will never play a back-to-back because of load management. I believe the prop's going to be 20 points or 19.5 or 20.5. That's what it's been out the entire season since the start. He scored 20-plus points in 4 consecutive games, so I'm going to take him over the total points. He shot 21 times in the last game going up against the Bulls. I like my chances with Joel Embiid going up against a pretty bad Raptors defense. Then Cooper Flagg over the 17.5 points. And I did see this one is not out as well, but I went back and looked at the point total for him tonight going up against – who did he play? I saw Caldwell Pope on the floor, so it was the Grizzlies. Thank you, Caldwell Pope on the floor. Didn't have a very good game tonight going up against the Grizzlies. It's a back-to-back for him, but, young legs, young mind. He'll be fine in this one. Going to take the over total points in this game for him going up against the Wizards. Also, speaking of the Wizards, it was the NBA Cup night tonight. I need double eye replacement watching the T-Wolves play and the Wizards play. A fully red court and a fully green court in those 2 games. I literally could not watch the games. It was blinding me. I like the NBA Cup idea. Why do we have to make the courts brighter than the sun in different colors? That's going to do it for the NBA picks and props for Saturday, November 8th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share dropping this video. Thanks for watching.